Welcome to 10 Minutes Today, your favorite Thrice Weekly show right here on YouTube. We come to you every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with a brand new episode. I'm Jake, and that's Matej. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Pop. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are discussing EU cigarette packaging.
Yeah, so
what's going
on? They're following suit, I guess, with Canada and maybe the U.S. I'm not really sure where else does it. I don't think
The U.S. doesn't do it.
Basically putting those big pictures of like old people with holes in their neck on the cigarette packaging. So they've added a couple things to, or I guess they've mandated that tobacco companies add a couple things to their packages. So pictorial health warnings that cover 65% of the box. This one was interesting. They're banning cigarettes with flavor that mask the smell and taste of tobacco.
Okay.
So that's interesting. They have to have informational cancer stats, a 20-pack minimum size, so you can't have those small 10-pack ones, and they have to be olive green. So you can't have like a bunch of different colors now.
Yep.
Ingredient list available online, new maximum nicotine levels in e-cigarettes, and then different measures to combat illicit trade and limit cross-border sales and stuff like that. So there has been a lot of evidence of effectiveness of these pictures. I never thought, without researching it, I would have thought that there wouldn't be much of an impact of these like pictures and stuff on the boxes, because if you're gonna smoke, you're gonna smoke, in my mind. But apparently, they've done a bunch of studies naturally, and they've shown that as long as the pictures, I think it was like 50% of the package size, and then a couple of these other things that are in it, it has reduced especially a lot of younger adults from smoking. So my question with this is, we know it works. It's something that they're implementing. Should the government care about the individual health of a person? Like, I understand where it's like, for me personally, I understand where it's like a vaccine, because that's like you getting a vaccine or not getting a vaccine. That doesn't just have implications on your health. It has implications on the health of everybody around you. So what about this, where it's just individual health? Should the government care?
Yes. I would go as far as saying it's a government's job to care. So
why?
For the same reason that heroin and fentanyl are illegal. Exact same reason. It's all about making sure that the population understands. Because if the government never stepped in, you and I would be sitting at this table smoking right now.
Okay.
That's what would be happening. Everyone would still be smoking just like it was 50 years ago.
Okay.
Everyone, pregnant women, cigarette.
And maybe we wouldn't have such a problem with overpopulation.
Maybe we wouldn't have such a problem with overpopulation, but life expectancy would be 50 years. Mm-hmm. So I think if a government collecting taxes can do anything to improve the lives of its citizens, it should. I think that it is that country's responsibility to. And here in Canada, I don't remember cigarettes not having... I assume it happened in the 90s or early 2000s, but I don't remember cigarettes like being advertised. I don't remember. You can't even see them when you go into a store. They're behind a case. And there's some stores, not even all, have a list of what brands they carry, but it's like a black and white, nothing fancy. Like you have to know what you're getting. Yeah, you can't even go and be like, I want to start smoking. They'll laugh at you and tell you to leave. Like you have to know what you're buying to get cigarettes.
Yeah.
And I think it should be that way, because when you bring your kids to the convenience store, they shouldn't be looking at this cool cowboy smoking a cigarette at sunset with this hot blonde girl. Mm-hmm. Like that's not reflective of reality. Like reality is, this is what happens to like about 50% of smokers.
Sure. Okay, so see, I don't know where I sit on that, because sure, I understand that education is definitely important, and education for all things. But it gets into like a weird place where if it's not affecting, like it's different with like heroin, because when you're on
but
heroin,
you have secondhand smoke from cigarettes. Secondhand smoke causes a lot.
Sure, but that's why
of
they
deaths.
can. That's why they can have like no smoking in like an establishment or
in Canada you can't smoke in a car with anyone under the age of 16
or like 10 feet from
18,
a door or whatever it is, like, you know, like of certain establishments you can't smoke in somewhere where other people are going to be affected. So I understand that, but saying to somebody or saying to a company that's making cigarettes, okay, you need to basically make all your shit look super undesirable, because I mean it's not healthy,
but they're going to smoke it anyways.
But why should the government be stepping in and saying for this individual person's health?
Because if they don't, who will? If they don't, who will?
It's if you're doing something that is gonna negatively affect your health, it should be on your onus to do the research.
Okay,
for it.
No. Sure. What? No.
What do you mean no?
So you think that can of ginger ale shouldn't have the ingredients listed on it? You should have to research how Canada Dry makes ginger ale?
Sure.
No, absolutely not. It has to be posted. It has to be posted. When you buy a ticket to a hockey game or a baseball game, it says right on your ticket, watch for flying objects.
Okay.
It has to tell you. You can't. We live in a world where you can get sued for everything. How does it make sense that a cigarette company, especially in the United States, shouldn't have to be like, this is what our product does to you? Because every other product in the world has to tell you, like, look at those drug commercials.
No, but
it's like, this is for dry mouth.
But
may
like,
cause
you're not gonna see,
tuberculosis.
Yeah, but you're not gonna see like Diet Pepsi on it that says may cause seizures because of aspartame content.
No, but
if you research aspartame, you might find that might be an
allergy to aspartame.
Side effect.
That's an allergy to aspartame. That's totally different. Just like it says may contain nuts. It says there's aspartame in Diet Pop. Mm-hmm. That's the extent it has to go to. So in cigarettes,
so why should cigarettes have to say, oh, may cause lung cancer instead of just saying has this ingredient?
Right, because how many people have aspartame allergies? How many people do you know? One.
Sure.
You know one person that has an aspartame allergy that causes all sorts of problems. Okay. How many people do you know that could get lung cancer from smoking cigarettes?
I know people that smoke cigarettes, so that's what you're asking.
How many people, if they were smoking every day, had the chance of getting lung cancer? All of them.
I don't even know if there
all of them.
Are there actually definitive...
yes!
Like...
Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now?
I know there's correlations, but is there
causation?
There
is direct causation. There is no doubt. There's no scientist in a lab right now like, I wonder if smoking cigarettes causes lung cancer.
Okay, but
you'd be fired as a scientist. You'd be laughed at.
Okay, but still, my point is no other
science was done in the before the 80s. It was done in like the 60s. They knew.
Like you said, with the like you buy a hockey ticket, it says watch out for flying pucks. It doesn't say flying pucks may cause you brain damage. It says look out for flying pucks.
No, but that's something that you have to be stupid not to understand.
Same with smoking.
No, that's not true. That's not true because look, in the EU, they don't have this. Here, we grew up like the cops come to your school in grade 6 and tell you this is what happens. There's signs in your schools that say this is what's going to happen. The EU doesn't have that system. The US doesn't have that system. It's like you watch on the news, oh, smoking's bad for you, but everyone I know smokes, so I'm going to smoke too.
Sure.
With us, it's like, how many people our age do you know that smoke?
Quite a bit.
Quite a bit?
Yeah.
I don't.
No?
No.
Yeah, I know quite a bit of people.
No.
Like in our age area.
I was a smoker, and I don't know that many people our age that smoke anymore. In high school, maybe.
Yeah.
Not anymore. I can name you like 5 people.
Not now that they can do it illegally.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That took me a second. No, but I think it's super important for this to go through because smoking is one of those things that if unchecked, the science is going to be hidden. These companies have the money to hide the truth. And that's what they, like I said, they knew in the 60s. They knew what it did to you. And they did nothing about it. They said, look at how cool you look smoking your cigarette. That's what they did.
But you look cool.
And whenever people question them, what did they do? They hired a scientist, paid them millions of dollars, these PhDs, And they still do it. There's still some of them, just like the oil industry is doing right now. You bring in a PhD to be like, no, global warming's not real. But look at this guy's credentials. He has his PhD. He went to school for 7 years. Good for him. He's a fucking idiot. He doesn't look at the facts. And that's what they did with smoking. And that's what they still do in some places in the world. You have people defend smoking like it doesn't give you lung cancer, doesn't give you tongue cancer, doesn't give you throat cancer.
Well, look at e-cigarettes.
Doesn't cause heart palpitations.
With like e-cigarettes and like vapes and stuff like that.
Lung disease.
There's nothing on it. There's nothing yet that is showing them to be like
no, and that's why we don't see anything.
Negative.
But once it happens, it'll be there.
That's part of this new legislation. Like e-cigarettes are because they contain...
That's why I said I don't like that. You should be able to put as much. If you want to grow your own tobacco and roll your own cigarettes, you can do that. So why can't I put as much nicotine as I want in my e-cigarette? So I wonder if like I don't like them. Yeah, I don't like that. That shouldn't be there, and that doesn't exist here. We have like amounts that they sell it at, and if you want it higher, you can go and get it.
I'm curious to see after like X amount of time.
We have like 15. I think it's like 15 milligrams of nicotine in some jars, and it's like it's disgusting. I've tasted it. It's bad.
Did you set the timer? Because I feel like
no. I'm looking at the clock. We're right about at 10 minutes now.
Right. Fantastic. Well, that's about all we have for the day.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, tell your friends. And as always, subscribe so that you can tell us you hate us in every video. Let's come back every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Great reason. Have a good day.